I have a funny feeling that today's message for you is going to give you so much clarity, especially if you're somebody that is struggling on your health and fitness journey. Hands down, what I'm about to share with you is just the cornerstone of what Heartletics is, but most importantly, giving you just a different perspective on how to reach your goals that, in my opinion, this is very important. This is what you need to understand, okay? There is such a big difference between something that is optimal versus something that is sustainable. Now at Heartletics, we focus on sustainability. Specifically, we coach our members, and we've been doing this for the past several years. We've helped out over 3,000 guys reach their health and fitness goals. Hundreds of these individuals, getting off their blood pressure and cholesterol medication. Dozens of them actually reversing their type 2 diabetes by lowering their A1C levels. So it's awesome. And we do it by not the optimal way. We do it by the most sustainable way. The most sustainable way that best fits in with somebody's lifestyle. So I'm going to share with you just the difference between the two, just so we're clear before we progress. So what is the definition of something that is optimal? Well, by standard, right, it is something that is most desirable, or let's just say the best or most effective, okay? Versus something that is sustainable, which by definition is something that is able to be maintained at a certain rate or level. And there's such a difference between the two, but I'm going to share with you guys how to reach your goals in the easiest way possible. So once again, what we like to focus on Heartletics is something that is sustainable. And how we do so is helping our members by coaching them, teaching them. Yes, there's personalized meal plans. Yes, there's personalized workouts. Yes, there's a whole community group and they get 24/7 support. And, guys can send us over, let's just say if they're going out to eat, the menus, right? And we can scan it over. We go above and beyond, right? To ensure that somebody gets results. But that's all the features, The biggest attribute to Heartletics is the knowledge that somebody gets, right? Think about it like, back in the day. I'm sure somebody had to teach you how to drive a car. It's not like you just, went ahead, took your driver's, test to get your license, and instantly that was, the case, and boom. No, you had to go through driver's ed school. And you probably had a, driving instructor sitting in your passenger seat teaching you everything. But once you acquired the skills and you're able to pass the test and get your license, it's not like you have a driving instructor still sitting in your passenger seat anymore. That's Heartletics. Imagine that in terms of teaching you how to properly eat, meaning, hey, here are the goals, right, in terms of how to eat each and every day to reach your fat loss goals, to improve your energy, to improve your overall health and quality of living, longevity here, right? But on top of that, how to fit in your favorite foods, how to do it in a way where it's flexible for you and your family, how to do it in a way where it's sustainable for you and your occupation, teaching somebody, right? And then same thing goes with the training aspect as well. It's like, hey, giving them a workout that is sustainable, but also teaching them how to properly train their body type, right? And most importantly, what suits best for their lifestyle, whether they go to the gym, whether they go home to work out, whether they have a lot of time or a little bit of time, whether they have past occurred injuries, it doesn't matter. It's coaching, it's giving them the education, the knowledge. And once you have that, that right there makes the world of a difference. You can learn that within the first 30 days of inside of our coaching program. But regardless, why am I talking about this? Well, think about it like this, and I'm sure, right, like this was me personally, but I'm sure this probably resonates with you as well. Maybe you're frustrated right now. Maybe you can't fit in your old favorite clothes. Maybe you have no energy to play with your kids. Maybe you're sick and tired of, waking up everything first thing in the morning, walking to the medicine cabinet and taking all these pills for the high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Maybe, I don't know, you just looking at yourself in the mirror and just feeling ashamed, like you have no self-confidence. And so you decide, okay, I hate this feeling right now. I want to get rid of it. So you might be going from somebody that doesn't work out at all to instantly signing up for a gym membership and committing to 7 days a week because you think it's optimal. You think it's the most effective. You think it's the best thing for you to get the short-term results, right? Hey, hate to say this, but nobody got fat in a week. Nobody's instantly going to get shape in a week either, right? It takes time. But regardless, is that so many times, right, somebody tries to do what's optimal. You know, you see it all the time, especially around the New Year's resolution. Hey, this is the year, right? I'm going to stick to hitting my goals. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, right? They make this commitment, but it's not sustainable. They're looking for the optimal way, right? The most effective way. So they hear about, okay, let me do these gym workouts. Let me eat like this. Let me do this workout, or this nutrition plan, whatever the case may be. But once again, it's not sustainable. And that's typically why guys fail by the end of February, early March. I don't want you to fail anymore. So I'm here today to kind of teach and preach the message of sustainability is always going to be better than something that is optimal. Think about it like the tortoise versus the hare. Obviously, hey, the rabbit, right, like starts off strong, fast, right, and outraces the tortoise. But eventually, right, remember, the definition of sustainability is able to be maintained at a certain rate or level. Eventually, that tortoise wins the race. Why? Sustainability, consistency, okay? I'm somebody, right, because I hear this all the time. Joe, you look great, man. Like, I'm sure you do this. I'm sure you do this. I want to do that. Like, whatever you're doing, I want to do too. Hear me out. I'm in my 30s, right? I have a bad back, right? So if you're listening to this right now and you have any kind of injuries, hear me out. I have over 15 amateur MMA fights, handful of Muay Thai kickboxing matches, handful of jiu-jitsu tournaments, handful of boxing matches, on top of years of just training, right? Not matches, but actually years of training. That means sparring sessions, the grind, the whole 9 yards, right? My body's a wreck. Let me repeat that. My body's a wreck. Bad knees, right? I'm pretty sure I have a torn meniscus that never got shaved, so it's always hurting me, especially in the wintertime, the cold winter months. Bad elbows, bad shoulders, bad back, okay? I work out Monday through Friday because that works best for my schedule. But hear me out. I don't do the deadlifts. I don't do the squats. All the optimal workouts that you hear about on bodybuilding.com and everybody preaches about, oh, if you want to build the most amount of muscle and lose the most amount of body fat and increase your metabolic rate, you need a deadlift and you need a squat. I don't do any of that stuff. Because I know personally for me, when I do those set exercises, it only sets me back because it hurts me. Typically, I wake up the next day, my back is fried. I have a hard time playing with my son, and it's just like he wants to spend his quality time with me. It's just like if I'm feeling like, hey, my back is fried, I'm injured, I have a hard time getting up and down off the ground, bending down to play with him and pick him up. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Plus, once again, I'm in my 30s. So if I'm doing what's optimal, right, by a standard of everybody else that's the best or most effective, imagine me in my 50s. I'm going to be in a wheelchair. So I focus on sustainability. And that's what we coach and teach everybody, right? I'm the guy that preaches about, hey, only focus on your calories and your protein. Don't get so OCD and fixated and obsessed over your carbs and your fats. Don't even worry about them. Even the type 2 diabetics that we help, right, and reverse their diabetes, right? Guess what? We tell them the same things, right? Obviously, we educate them about the glycemic index and the importance of, hey, carbohydrates and how it affects your body and, certain carbs to stay away from that obviously spikes your insulin. But we also just give them peace of mind. Don't worry about that. Because at the end of the day, you should be focused on the easiest things that are going to be sustainable. Because it's way better for me as a coach to educate somebody that says, okay, hey, you want to go out to eat, right? Maybe Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, or go to the steakhouse, and maybe you want to have a nice dinner. Maybe you want to have some alcohol. Maybe you want to have some dessert afterwards. It's very easy for me and my team to just say, okay, great. Focus on this calorie range and this protein goal. If you're able to stay within this calorie range, if you're able to hit this set protein goal, it doesn't matter if you're eating Twinkies and fried Oreos all day long. You're hitting your goals, you're hitting your goals. That's something that's sustainable because now guys are understanding from our coaching program how to fit in their favorite foods. Guys are also understanding, hey, maybe I don't need to work out 7 days a week. Maybe you heard the phrase, less is more. We teach them the easiest way on how to get in shape, the most effective way that is sustainable. Okay? So if you're somebody that is listening to this right now, and let's say that you have been struggling on your health and fitness journey for quite some time. You've tried everything under the sun. You went from the low carbs to the ketos to the Atkins to the Weight Watchers to the intermittent fastings to the carnivores to the paleos, right? With all these different diets and programs, right? And it's the same old song and dance. I'm here today to tell you that once you learn the education piece of knowing how to properly eat and train specifically for your body type, your goals, and your lifestyle, you will learn how to create habits. And once you understand those habits, this is how easy it is. I kid you not. And I'm not trying to just tell you something to just make you sign up for a discovery call and talk with our team about Heartletics. No, I'm literally here today to change your life because we teach 7 habits and I'm going to share them with you right now. They are so easy. Anybody can do. And I promise if you do them and you're consistent with them, you will reach your goals. The first habit, right, is understanding obviously about your calories. There has to be a certain calorie range. Most people are under eating. They're not eating enough calories. Obviously, food equals fuel, right? Most of the time, somebody doesn't eat enough to actually maintain their muscle. So what do? They actually lose their muscle mass, and that's what slows down their metabolic rates. And obviously, that's what puts on added body fat, lowers somebody's testosterone levels, the whole 9 yards, right? So you have to learn about your specific calorie range for your fat loss goals. And odds are, you're probably not eating enough. The second fat loss habit that we go over is macros, right? We obviously teach somebody about proteins, carbs, and fats. But once again, as you heard before, we teach them just focus on hitting your protein goal, right? Taking your body weight, multiply it by 0.8. That right there is going to give you the bare minimum. Now at Heartletics, we always focus and recommend at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. In the very beginning stages, for most people that have a slow metabolism, they have a hard time hitting their protein goal. So that's why we focus on different calculations and adjustments to help speed up their metabolism to make things easier for them. The third fat loss habit is training, right? Strength training, putting on that muscle, because that's what's going to help you overall speed up your metabolism, right? Whether you're at the gym, whether you're at home, whether you have past and current injuries, just like myself with my banged up body, guess what? As long as you're understanding how to effectively train your muscles, right, in a way that's sustainable for your busy schedule, it's cake. Kid you not. The fourth fat loss habit is NEAT, which stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. These are simple things like just fidgeting, moving around more, right? Trying to get more steps in throughout the course of the day, not being so sedentary. I know for me, right? When somebody is, let's say, very sedentary, like I sit down a lot in front of a computer, I have to give myself daily reminders, right, at certain times to stand up and go for a walk and just move around because it hurts my back. I'm going to get, knots on my glutes, right? That's going to pull on the muscles in my lower lumbar. That's going to affect my back. When I'm too sedentary, right, my spine is compressed. Obviously, like that affects, So if you're somebody that is having a bad back or any kind of issues, move more. It's very therapeutic. It can help you, right? The fifth fat loss habit is hydration. Your body's over 65% water. Your organs need water. Your brain needs water. Your muscles need water. Water, proper hydration, helps you burn more body fats. Odds are you're probably not drinking enough water, right? We recommend anywhere from 3/4 all the way up to 1 gallon of water a day, okay? The sixth fat loss habit is stress, which is the most important because somebody could be eating all the right foods for their goals and training the best way possible, right? For their body type, their lifestyle, everything, right? But if they're underneath lots of stress, they're spiking their cortisol levels. Cortisol is your body's natural stress hormone. When you're underneath a lot of stress, guess what? The fat loss stops, plain and simple. And then obviously the last one is recovery. Sleep, stress management, proper nutrition, obviously, active recovery, everything like that, right? The whole 9 yards. And these are the 7 essential fat loss habits that we coach and we educate our members on. And once they're able to effectively do this and learn how to create habits, guess what? They can learn how to hold themselves accountable. Think about it like brushing your teeth. Way back in the day when you were a kid, you probably needed somebody to remind you to brush your teeth. But now as an adult, you do it all by yourself without somebody holding you accountable. without somebody reminding you to brush your teeth. And hear me out. If you ever miss a day of brushing your teeth, you know how easy it is the next day to just go to the bathroom, pick up your toothbrush, put on the toothpaste, and go back to brushing your pearly whites? That's simple, right? Easy, effective, sustainable. Well, guess what? If you have the knowledge of knowing how to properly eat and train specifically for your body type, your goals, that way you can create these habits that fit in best with your lifestyle, I bet you anything, you're going to be able to learn how to hold yourself accountable, and it's going to be sustainable. So the moral of the story is this: focus on sustainability. Don't focus on what's optimal, because the one size that fits all, the cookie cutter stuff, sure, you might see some results in the very beginning. Everybody does. But what's the point if you can't stick with it long term? What's the point if you fall off the wagon? I mean, honestly, like, who wants to just do the yo-yo, the rebounding of lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight year after year after year after year? And it only gets harder the older you get. So my encouragement to you is acquire the skills, acquire the knowledge, acquire the education of learning how to do this all once and for all. It's just like driving a car. Once you get your license, you're good. You don't need anybody holding your hand anymore. And if you guys want more helpful tips and tricks on how to specifically do that for your body type, your goals, your lifestyle, then hey, visit heartletics.com or click on the link down below, right? And guess what? Schedule a free discovery call. Talk with somebody from our team and just figure out if, hey, maybe having a coach, a team of coaches, I should say, that are fat loss specialists that have been doing this for years and helped out thousands of different members, maybe that's worth the investment to you. That way you don't have to struggle with this constantly year after year after year again. So if you guys want more information on that, click on the link down below, go to heartletics.com, and once again, just put in a good day, time, talk with somebody from our team. And hopefully you guys got some value from today's episode. If you did, definitely go share this with a friend, family member, or maybe on your Facebook or social media page. And with that being said, this has been Coach Joe with the Heartletics Podcast. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.